Even remaining still requires adjustment. The lion carefully balances comfort with concealment during the long wait. The warthog continues feeding methodically along the woodland edge. The lion allows the prey's own movements to shape the unfolding. The distance has narrowed to its smallest yet. Still, experience has taught the lion that a premature attack often ends in failure. The wind changes. The young gazelle notices something it cannot yet see. Once again, the lion, only a few meters remain. The lion uses every fold in the ground, every patch of grass, every moment when the young gazelle lowers its head. The lion moves again, hidden by the tall grass. Every step brings him closer, but the herd remains alert.
The gazelle senses something. It turns back and searches the grass. The lion does not move. The warning came without hesitation. The biggest bull broke from.
Neither predator nor prey moved. The bull had made his message clear. This herd would not break.
Then the wind changed. The warthog caught the scent before it saw the predator. In an instant, for one brief moment, the herd gave him an opening. A younger gazelle fell behind, and the lion exploded from the tingitus. The vultures scattered as the lion approached. Beneath them lay the remains of an animal that had died recently. The opening finally came. The lion moved in a sudden burst, but the warthog reacted just as quickly.
The trail climbs away from the riverbed. From higher ground, the lion can see farther across the plain. After a nutting, the chase began in a single instant. The warthog ran for the thorns, and the lion followed with everything he had. But the herd had not forgotten him. One warning was enough. The young buffalo turned and ran back to the safe. Then something unexpected happened. The herd stopped running. The old bull turned around. The separation gives him a chance. The lion moves. Slowly, carefully, he closes the distance. The wind is still favorable, so the lion changes his route. Instead of moving directly toward the herd,
humans. The first opportunity of the new day was already in sight. A herd of gazelles fed across the open plain.
Every muscle is prepared, yet restraint still governs the hunt. The lion waits for a moment that offers the greatest chance of success. For a moment, the herd creates a narrow window. The lion shifts sideways, not forward, placing himself. This time, he changed his approach. He did not chase. He moved with the wind, using the grass and the fading. But one impala noticed. The warning call cut through the evening air. The herd was no longer relaxed.
Then the young one made a mistake. He drifted away from the safety of the herd, just far enough for the lion to notice. This time, the lion moved differently. He stayed low in the riverbed and let the ground hide his approach. A patient hunter must also manage fatigue. Even while remaining hidden, the lion carefully preserves the strength he may soon need.
As one feeding patch is exhausted, another quickly captures the warthog's attention. The lion allows the prey to settle before. The warthog stops. It tests the air just as it has before.
The African bush is filled with small sounds. Most prove harmless, but every cautious animal pauses to decide whether a threat is truly nearby.
The bush constantly offers unfamiliar sounds. Yet without clear evidence of danger,
patience was becoming his greatest weapon. The lion waited while the warthog moved farther from the group. The lion is now close enough that every decision carries greater risk. For the moment, sometimes the prey shortens the distance on its own. For the lion, remaining perfectly still is now more valuable than another cautious step.
Wind can change without warning across the open plains. Even at close range, the lion continues checking the invisible advantage that keeps him hidden. The lion advances only when the warthog's attention is fully committed to feeding. Every successful...
Even small changes in natural light can favor a patient hunter. The lion takes advantage of the softer shadows without disturbing the silence.
The shifting grass briefly conceals another careful advance. Even the smallest feature of the landscape can become
Ponda. The lion uses every available patch of cover. A single careful step, hidden by grass, brings him.
The moving grass briefly conceals another careful advance. Even the landscape itself can become part of the lion's strategy. With the wind still in his favor, closes the distance a fraction at a time. Every careful step reduces the margin. At the end of the trail, the lion finally found the source. A lone warthog was feeding beside the riverbed. Before moving closer, the lion checks the wind. This is the lesson the savannah keeps teaching him. Being unseen is not enough. Prey animals rarely stop watching their surroundings for long. Even without detecting the hidden predator,
the separation between predator and prey continues to shrink.
Stillness is often the lion's greatest defense. By refusing to react, he allows the warthog's suspicion to fade.
Every change in posture can influence a predator's decision. Yet experience tells the lion that patience remains the safer choice.
The final moments before action can stretch into long periods of silence. For now, remaining calm is as important as remaining hidden. The lion conserves both energy and opportunity with remarkable restraint.
Every adjustment by the warthog changes the dynamics of the stalk. The lion patiently evaluates each new position before committing to anything more. The bush remains alive with countless smaller creatures. Yet both hunter and prey remain focused on their own silent contest.
Small birds continue their daily routines, unaware of the quiet tension unfolding below them. After prolonged feeding, the warthog pauses briefly. The lion remains committed to silence. The wind remains the lion's silent partner. Each careful check confirms whether patience can safely continue. The lion enters the thorn cover. It slows him down, but it also hides him. For now,
this time, the lion chooses a different strategy. Instead of following directly, he moves around the warthog's path. A passing breeze shifts more than scent. The moving grass briefly conceals the lion's careful advance, helping him close the distance without attracting attention.
After a prolonged wait, the lion finally gains another small advantage. At such close range, even small irritations are a constant part of life on the savannah. The warthog dismisses the insects without ever suspecting. The hunt remains suspended in silence. At such close range, patience continues to outweigh haste.
The tracks led him somewhere unexpected. Another group of warthogs was moving through the grass. This time, the moment was gone in an instant. The warthog saw him and ran. The lion followed, but only for a few seconds.
Instead of following the warthog, he moves toward the place next. This is a different kind of hunt, one based on prediction. The distance continues to shrink. For now, restraint remains the lion's greatest advantage. Rather than rushing the opportunity, the lion improves his position. Patience often offers a better.
Rather than closing the distance, the lion improves his angle. A better position can be more valuable than a shorter approach.
Every careful advance demands complete precision. At this distance, even the smallest mistake could. The gap between hunter and prey has become remarkably small. Yet the lion continues to rely on discipline. Again, the herd began to separate. One young zebra stopped to feed, leaving the protection of the adults behind.
The young gazelle found the herd again. The moment was gone. The lion slowed to a stop. Instinct encourages the warthog to investigate unfamiliar sounds. Yet without confirming real danger, feeding soon becomes the greater priority once again.
The lion waits. It is a simple strategy, but an important one. A predator cannot control where the herd goes. By morning, the riverbed is changing again. The cold of night gives way. The lion rises slowly. Another morning arrived across the Serengeti. The lion rose before the heat returned, carrying the memory of yesterday but not giving up. With his thirst gone, the lion moved on. The day was becoming cooler, and the open plains stretched endlessly ahead. The herd is moving away now. The lion follows for only a short distance before choosing another path. Night is beginning to settle over the riverbed. Something small moves in the darkness, but the lion lets it pass. And once again, the lion made his choice. He could force the hunt and risk injury, or save his strength for another night. The sun was falling, and the heat of the day was finally leaving the plains. But the lion could not afford to rest for long. In the distance, a new morning began. The lion rose with the first light. Something had passed during the night. Could he? The buffalo were no longer an opportunity. So the lion changed direction. He followed the dry riverbed.
Senic cup. The birds led him across the plain. Beneath them, several vultures were already gathered. The lions. The warthog stops to feed. Its attention is fixed on the ground, giving the lion a brief advantage.
Even after a long stalk, the lion never assumes conditions remain unchanged. The invisible movement of the wind.
The small animal was not what he was searching for. But the riverbed offers another clue. Freshens. The lion did not follow the herd. Instead, he noticed something else in the dust. Fresh tracks crossed. The small animal was not what he was searching for. But the riverbed offers another clue. Fresh tracks cross the sand. The small animal was not what he was searching for. But the riverbed offers another clue. Fresh tracks cross.
The silence finally broke. The warthog was moving again, but not toward the lion. It had found another way through the thorns.
The lion has reached an exceptionally close position. Now the outcome depends not on distance, but on perfect timing and absolute patience.
The herd is coming toward him now. The lion does not move. Sometimes the safest way to close a distance is to let the prey do it for you. Staten. The warthog had escaped, but the lion was not leaving yet. He knew the animal was still inside.
The longer the warthog concentrates on feeding, the more opportunities may appear. Patience, the most reliable hunting strategy.
One animal takes on the role of lookout. Its head rises above the grass, searching for danger.
Once again, the thorns had won. The lion could force the entrance, but the risk was not worth it, so he waited.
But the warthog chooses another route. The opening the lion predicted is ignored. Once again,
feeding animals rarely remain in one place for long. The lion waits for the warthog to settle again before risking another careful advance. Not far away, a new opportunity appeared. The zebras were moving calmly, unaware of the eyes watching them.
For hours, he had followed their trail without making a sound. Now, at the edge of the golden grass, he finally saw them. As the heat began to fade, the plains came alive again. Herds moved.
Routine behaviors continue even when danger is close. Unaware of the concealed predator, the search for underground food demands concentration. For the lion, the warthog's commitment to feed. The lion had moved into position, but the warthog chose another exit. For a moment, the predator was looking in the wrong direction.
The warthog slowly changes feeding locations, but the lion understands that rushing now could erase the advantage built through so much patience.
Successful predators do more than approach. They observe within every natural movement.
Eventually, patience paid off. The warthog came out from the far side of the thorns, believing the danger had passed.
The Serengeti is filled with small interruptions. Experienced prey quickly learns to distinguish harmless disturbances from genuine danger. Even without moving, the lion continually adjusts his attention. Every small movement is measured. Time quietly advances across the savannah. As the shadows lengthen, the lion's concealment improves. Each new body position reveals different possibilities. Yet the lion knows that waiting often offers a better. The warning spreads through the herd. One animal moves, then another. Within seconds, the opportunity. The herd changes direction. The lion had chosen his route carefully, but the animals are free to change theirs. The chance is gone. But the lion does not waste the remaining daylight on a desperate chase. He chooses patience once more. The herd has reached open ground. Cover is disappearing, but so is the chance for the gazelles to see every movement.
From the higher ground, movement catches his attention. Far below, another group is crossing the grass.
Rest did not mean switching off. Every movement around the water caught his attention. But this time, the similar.
Then he sees a familiar shape. Another warthog moves beyond the thorn bushes. The warthog moves on, unaware of exactly where the lion is hiding. The lion does not rush after it. Neither lion moved first. Neither lion moved first. For several seconds, the two males simply measured each other to listen yet. The rival made the calculation. A fight could cost more energy than the meal was worth. Slowly, the tracks finally made sense. Another lion had been here first. The newcomer stepped from the bushes and claimed the same prize.
The herd reacted instantly. Within seconds, the gap was gone. The lion had no choice but to retreat as the zebras rushed together.
Seeing the herd is only the beginning. The lion chooses his route carefully.
After the long morning, thirst had become impossible to ignore. The lion left the food behind and followed an old trail toward water.
At last, the lion had what he had been searching for all morning.
The lion knew better than to challenge the herd again. Instead, he changed his plan. While the buffalo moved,
the herd was moving on. And as long as they stayed together, the lion had almost no chance. But the old bull kept looking back. The scent leads toward a dry riverbed. These channels become pathways. They carry traces of animals.
Inches. Then the mood changes. One gazelle hears something and warns the others. The lion becomes perfectly still. But the riverbed offers another clue. Fresh tracks cross the sand, and this time they belong to something large.
One animal takes on the role of lookout. Its head rises above the grass, searching for danger. The lion freezes.
The warthog trusts its powerful sense of smell. Today, the wind continues to favor the patient hunter, concealed only a short distance away.
But the young zebra sensed something. Its ears turned toward the grass. The adults began turning back. Once again.
This time, everything was different. The lion moved only when the wind moved. Every pause was deliberate. Something moved inside the thorn bushes. The lion investigates, but there is no rush. In the Serengeti,
the morning reveals fresh tracks. They are newer than the ones he followed last night, and they lead away from the riverbed. The lion changes position once more. The ridge gives him a new angle, and for now, the herd has not noticed the change. But the wind turns again. For the lion, that changes everything. His scent could now reach the herd, so he abandons the straight approach. The tracks lead to another group. Gazelles are nearby, moving along the riverbed as darkness approaches. The lion has found a possible opportunity. The warthog's search for food carries it into a narrow opening. The lion quietly evaluates whether the changing terrain. Night gives the lion what daylight could not, time. He rests, but never completely sleeps. The chase was over, and the heat had taken its toll. Beneath the acacia, the lion finally allowed himself to rest. For a predator, knowing when to stop, the lion had learned that patience could work in his favor. But patience also had a cost. Under the growing heat, the warthog. Now he commits to the approach. Only a few careful movements bring him closer. For a large predator, darkness is taking the plain. The gazelles disappear. Finally stops. Another hunt has ended without a meal. Night gives the lion what daylight could not, time. He rests, but never completely sleeps. From the top of the kopje, the lion could see the plains stretching in every direction. Another difficult day was ending.
By the time the lion looked again, his rival was already leaving. The confrontation was over, and the territory had
Night had finally arrived. The hunt was over, but the struggle was not. In the Serengeti, survival,
itches. Another opportunity had slipped away. The lion had spent the morning hunting, but hunger was still with him.
The hunt was over before it began. The lion sat beneath the acacia. In this land, every failed hunt costs energy. But the evening breeze brings another clue. A scent reaches him from beyond the shrubs. It is impossible to know yet what made it.
Then one of the old bulls lifted his head. He had sensed something moving where the grass was too quiet.
The lion follows a faint scent along the woodland edge. There is no certainty here, only information carried by the ground and the wind. But once again, the plains had given the prey a warning. One gazelle sensed something was wrong.
Again, the warthog stops. It may not know what is watching, but its instincts tell it to listen.
Bandits. At the waterhole, the herd finally relaxed. Heads went down, and the sound of drinking filled the silence. A stalking lion depends on more than vision. Constantly listening to the surrounding landscape helps prevent unexpected surprises that could ruin the approach.